With the closure of the Ordot dump and the opening of the new Ladzong landfill drawing near, the District Court of Guam has ordered the Department of Public Works to provide project percentage of work to be completed each week. The order is based on concerns by Federal Receiver Gershman, Breakner, and Bratton about the lack of progress on the Ilig, Toksa, and Talofofo bridges and other roadway projects, which will become the access route for the new dump. In a telephone interview, GBB Special Principal Associate David Manning tells PNC he's anxious to see how far along the bridge and road projects are because there's been little word on the completion process. However, DPW Director Joanne Brown says they did update the court on the status of bridge construction project.
We're not in entire agreement with the position by the receivership that there are delays or that there's been a delay since May or a decrease in the amount of activity. I think anyone who's gone out there to look at particularly the Yilig project or certainly the work that's being done this particular week up until early next week with the girders that are going to be transported for the Talofofo Bridge, I don't think it's appropriate for them to mention that we are somehow delayed because that's not the case. Actually, if anything, the work is gearing up even more.
Brown also says, as reported to the court, the federal receiver will have a lane for dump trucks when all the projects are done. She also says the percentages for project completion did not have to require a court order.
The receiver will have a lane on all bridges that they will be able to go back and forth and transport the trucks that they need to address the proper waste disposal at the new landfill. So that is not an issue. Also, the fact that they requested that we provide percentages in our report, we have been doing that. We have no issue of bringing that if certainly they want that issue highlighted even further in the weekly reports that we provide to the court. We have no problem in doing that. If the request had simply been made, we would have been more than happy to comply. Didn't require a court order to do that.
Brown argues there are no significant delays and DPW is not at all in agreement with GBB. However, they will be responding to the court accordingly in response to these issues.
I think it's perhaps become a tradition to attack the department to say that we're behind or we're not performing, and I think certainly in the time that we're here and as we oversee these projects, that is not the case, and we certainly will respond to the court and relay our position because the delays have been really insignificant overall. I mean, you're talking for a few days.